Hello and welcome to Stud's Side Notes. Today we're going to be going over charge characters. Specifically, we're going to be going over how I learned my very first charge character in May, and the tips and tricks that I learned along the way, all the way from the basics, all the way up to some crazy stuff that I don't see anybody, even top players, doing yet. And it's not like I'm the master of this character. I'm still learning charge characters myself, but it's been a super fun experience, and I'm talking as somebody who has tried and failed multiple times to play charge characters. Not necessarily because they're hard or anything, but just because I couldn't wrap my brain around them. I was always just like, well, but why would I play this character when I can play a character that can do their moves from anywhere, no matter what's going on? I don't have these drawbacks to deal with and having to charge up a move before I can do it. I tried a couple of charge characters. I tried Geiger, who was like a baby charge character in Fantasy Strike, and I had problems doing this. It's just, I had issues with any charge character, even like characters like Geiger, who aren't even a true charge character, and they're much easier and simpler to play than a real charge character is. I tried playing some other characters in like Street Fighter, and just never really got into how to do this charge character thing. So I just wanted to talk not as a top tier player who's saying, hey, charge characters are easy, because there's enough of those out there, but as a player who's kind of been a casual and is just starting to try to get into a more competitive play and has never played a charge character before. So, let's start with some basics. What are charge moves? Well, they're moves that require you to hold a direction and then release that direction, the other direction, and press a button as your motion. So your motion is just back, forward, and S, but you have to charge the back. You have to hold it. You can't just do back, forward, S. This doesn't give it to you, right? This just makes you jump in the air and press S. It doesn't give you S dolphin. It just gives you jump S, right? Or not even jump S sometimes. Sometimes you don't even get that because you're doing it too fast. So, what do you have to do? You have to hold back for a certain amount of time, and you have to learn what that amount of time is. And that takes experience. That just takes time. And I knew that was going to be a thing. So the first thing I did when I was going to pick up May and pick a charge character is I just went into training mode, and I was like, all right, what's a combo that I can do that teaches me how to do a charge move in a combo? And I just did a heavy slash, like close slash, heavy slash, dolphin, right? There you go. If it works, it hits a 3-hit combo. If it doesn't, if I did it too fast, then it doesn't come out. If I do it too slow, which is hard to do off of Heavy Slash, but it is possible, then it doesn't combo, right? Like if I forget and then I try to do it afterwards, it's not going to combo. And that was a legitimate issue when I was starting off. So I was just practicing this combo over and over again until I got it. And I was like, alright, what's a combo I can practice for up dolphin? And there was another simple one. It was just close slash into heavy dolphin. There it is. Simple. Same thing, right? In this case, the nice thing is that doing this button takes so long that you automatically get your charge, so I was no longer getting a missed dolphin where I wouldn't get the dolphin in time, but, you know, you can still do it too fast. And so you have to learn how it works. And, you know, understand that it's not like your quarter circle buttons where you can do it instantly and you can get the quarter circle button. No, you gotta wait for a second. And the character is designed in such a way that you can wait for that second and still get your combos. So that was the first thing I did. And then I went and I played matches. And then after I played matches, I was like, alright, I've got some things I need to work on. And the biggest one is that I don't want to be walking backwards every time that I am trying to do a dolphin. And so there's a couple of answers to that. The first one is down back is like the secret power of all charge characters. You're charging back and you're charging down here. You can do whichever one you want to. You can do up dolphin, you can do forward dolphin, you can do any dolphin you want. and you're not moving. So you can position yourself the way that you want to, however you want to, and it doesn't move you after you've gotten to the position that you want to get in. And so that's really good. And it also helps out with another issue that I was having, and this was the main reason that I wanted to start learning down back. It was specifically to learn to push my buttons that I can press, pressing either 2 or 1, and hold 1. Because what would happen is I would get the Giovanna, you know, close to the corner, whoever I'm playing against, close to the corner, and I'd do this, and you can get this huge combo off of that. But sometimes your opponent will do this horrible thing that they added to fighting games, and they'll block it. And if they do that, you fly over them, and if you're playing against Giovanna right here, let me tell you, I secondary this character. This is her win condition. You just gave her her win condition. You're minus in the corner. That's what she wants. She wants nothing more than that. So I would do something, and sometimes I would hit, and I'd be like, yes, and other times it wouldn't, and I'd be like, well, shoot, I'm holding down. So do I just like let this unbelievably slow move go, and do I like try to fake it and be like, ah ha ha ha, it's a cancel, even though it's a fake cancel? Well, no, right? What you want to do is you want to be able to threaten the horizontal dolphin in case they block it. So how do we do that? We do that by holding down back, and it helps out with some other options too. So May's got a couple of different things she can do. She's got a low here, right? And the low can go into dolphins. So you can do that one, or you can do this one, and it combos. And if they block it, then this slash dolphin is actually an overhead, so it's double low into overhead, and that's really good. But you can only get both of the options that you want if you're holding down back. And this is something that's going to be useful to me no matter what. Because even playing Giovanna now, when I hit 2 slash, I'm actually hitting 1 slash, and I still get the slash. But if I want to delay it or something, if I want to wait for a second and see if they're going to DP and then I do it, I'm holding backwards. Because what I would do, this is embarrassing, but what I would do when I'm holding, like, I'm going to do a low and I'm waiting for the DP, I would run up and do this. You know what's wrong with this? I'm not blocking, so they do the DP and I get cracked. So this has actually forced me to learn how to be a better player, even if I'm not playing a charge character, because I have forced myself to learn this, you know, this option where I can hit crouching buttons by holding back and crouch. And pretty much every character can do this, and it's super duper good. So I'm just going to be good with every character I play for the rest of my life now, that little bit better because I learned a charge character. Then, let's talk about some of the interesting things I learned while I was going. So obviously, one of the reasons that I wanted to play May as my first charge character is because of the dash button in this game. Usually you have to hold back twice in order to dash, and you can see that if we do that, we're going back to neutral, so we can't hold our charge. But we can hold our charge when we dash backwards. Similarly, if we dash forwards and then hold down forwards, we can hold a down charge even though we're dashing, which is really cool. And then, of course, again, these are things that I feel like most people know, but we gotta go through it. You can charge during round start, right? So during the round call, you can hold your charge so that when the round starts, you can do horizontal dolphin or you can do up dolphin, and these are important because this dolphin beats a lot of things that your opponent is going to want to do, including backdashing. So they can't backdash your move. And if they try to jump, you can catch them with your up dolphin, which is super powerful. So if we just make our opponent jump here on round start, you'll see that we catch them very easily. If we go for the other dolphin, actually, sometimes you'll see that like we can get a standing P, or sometimes we can even, or sorry, a 6P, or sometimes we can even get like a standing P off of this. So your opponent has to be really on point to catch you, even if they're jumping around. And that makes it so that you have a very powerful round start. It complements the other options that you have that are good, such as backdash on round start, which is why we wanted to learn it, right? Hold back backdash on round start is going to catch their jump. It's crazy. You have all these options that rock, paper, scissors like 2 out of 3 times. So Mei's round start is very good because she can charge her dolphins. So during the round call. So even though I suspect that most everybody knows this because they've either done it themselves or they've seen somebody else do it to them with a charge move, it's still really important to know because it's a big part of her round start game. Her ability to do that threatens a lot of options and forces a lot of other options to be much worse that would otherwise be quite powerful against Mei. So, well, I learned those things. And then I learned another interesting thing, and I haven't seen anybody really do this. To be honest, I haven't seen anybody do the, like, dash forward up dolphin stuff either, to be honest. Like, nobody does this that I've seen. But another interesting thing is that the leeway, the amount of the generosity of the leeway for these motions is insane. So, on your way from down to up is this position right here called neutral. And if you're holding down, and then you press a neutral button, there's actually so much leeway, that's right, that you can get, if I'm fast enough about it, which I'm not apparently, there we go, that you can get, like in the corner this actually works. Oh, maybe. There we go. You can get a full combo off of that. And you can get neutral buttons and still be able to do these down-up moves, which is craziness. Like, I definitely didn't think that would ever be a thing, but it is. So that's really cool. I actually love this. The fact that this is a possibility, I'm not great at it. I haven't come up with a lot of good reasons to use it yet, but I feel like there will be spots where this can be an optimal thing, and it gives you an extra option. And then, of course, you can press any of your neutral buttons by holding back, see? And you can see that we aren't really going backwards here, right? If we run up and press backwards, this is just working, right? So, lots of interesting little tidbits. I feel like this one is going to have some real application at some point in time. I don't think you can get it off a heavy slash. I think the heavy slash is too slow. Yeah, but all the rest of her buttons, like, that's a real thing. And that's really cool. I'm sure there's going to be some real application, some silly optimal combo that does 2% more damage or something off of that eventually. And I just didn't even know that was a possibility. Like, I knew you could hold backwards and press all your neutral buttons, but I didn't know that you could do this. That's so cool. So, anyway, I've just learned a lot of things playing charge characters, and we'll talk about one more here in a second, but one of the big things is I've learned how to play against charge characters, because when you started, like when I started and I didn't even know how to play Geiger, I was just like, how do you, like, why would you want to play this character when I can play the Ryu character? I can just go forward or backwards or jump, and I can just immediately throw fireballs and stuff, and, well, you can still do that, right? If you jump, you can charge while you're in the air, and you can come down and immediately do something. If you're running, yeah, you can't, that's fair, but usually there's some kind of trade-off to not being able to do that. For example, Guile's fireballs are faster than Ryu's in most Street Fighters, so you can't win the fireball war against Guile if that's all that's happening. He just beats you. So, like, he's got these little advantages that make up for the small disadvantages he has that aren't even all that bad. So, anyway, after I learned some interesting things, I went on to try to get even more practice in. So I wanted to get my first big combos in. So, obviously, I learned a dust combo. This has nothing to do with charge characters, but it's important to have something so that your opponent doesn't feel like they can just get hit by these things, right? There we go. That does a ton of damage. You don't want to get hit by that. So there's your overhead. And then, Mei's got this cool command throw. So I wanted to learn a combo that puts her through the wall, so I did that. And I just did this until I was really good at it. And it's got an up dolphin and a horizontal dolphin in it. So that's cool. Learned that. And then later on, I learned that you can get... there's enough time to charge your down dolphin off of Mei's 6P. And the important thing is she can cancel her 6P off of her 2K, which is a low. So... suddenly, I've got a low that puts you through the wall. Instead of just... I mean, it's not bad, but this isn't really ruining anyone's day as much as taking twice as much damage as that and then getting positive bonus on does. You don't want that. So now she's got these cool options that she can do, and she can really just punish you for not blocking low if you're not respecting that. And it gives her a great mix-up, right? She's got this great strike throw in the corner now because of that. And I didn't even learn that low thing until much later, but it was super cool when I found it out. So now we've got this awesome strike throw mix-up in the corner, high-low throw, all goes through the wall, or at least to the next area. Does either a ton of damage or does good damage and gives positive bonus. Like, you don't want to be getting hit by any of that stuff. You've now given her a strong strike throw mix-up in the corner, and now you can start doing crazy stuff. And that's really, you know, all we want in this world. So that's been super important. So it's taught me a lot of things. I've really enjoyed playing the charge character. And it's just made me better. I'll be better because I'm down backing when I'm holding my 2 buttons. I'm better because I know what the Mei player wants now. I know kind of how to deal with it. I figured out options. You know, I know what things beat my character because I play my character. I've watched the things that win. Please don't 6P on round start against Dolphin. It doesn't work. You should do something less committal, like a jab, or if your character has it, a kick. Mei does not because hers is too slow, but like Giovanna does. Those kind of things. So you start learning how this works, right? And you start understanding, like when people say, you know, she's minus after the dolphin. You know, like, there you go, she's minus, like, so what? Like, that's not the game plan. The game plan is that I can backdash after that against most characters, I can jump after that against most characters. Like, most characters don't have something that punishes that from that range, even on instant block. So it's very difficult to deal with. After she hits you here, she has a rock, paper, scissors that's slightly not in her favor. If you go for, like, a kick or something in order to punish her, she's got this great disjointed move. She's got another great move that beats a lot of stuff in that situation. This is a real thing. If somebody tries to far slash you afterwards, they're going to get duffed. If somebody's trying to do their quick jab to stop you from doing another dolphin afterwards, they're going to get hit by this really disjointed move. If you just want to get away from their stuff, you can and see what they're doing. You can dash backwards, you can jump backwards, you can jump forward sometimes, depending upon what move they're doing, because a lot of characters have no moves fast enough to hit her from that range that also stop her from being able to jump. You can just jump forward, hold backwards. Why am I holding backwards? Because I'm a charge character, I'm coming down with something. But also because that helps me block, so I'm better at blocking in the air. It's just all these little things that I've learned along the way of starting to learn how to play a charge character. It's been super fun, and we'll keep on playing. I hope you'll join me. Learn how to play a charge character if you don't already, and if you do, then we're going to be checking out resources. I've finally gotten back. I'm going to be doing my week of resource management where we pay attention to that, and I hope to see you there.